The first weekend of the Premier League season has just passed, and Arsenal and Liverpool have served up a classic which will be remembered for years to come. Here are the top 5 things we learned from the encounter. Number 1. Liverpool have arguably the best attack in the league. Once the Reds shook off their first half blues and actually connected 1 or 2 passes, more on that later on, their performance changed from lukewarm to sizzling hot. From Mane's scorching pace, Firmino dropping into midfield to link up the play, and Coutinho's brilliant technique, they displayed a unique brand of flair and attacking intent which left Arsenal more confused than a chameleon in a bag of Skittles. When you add in Divock Origi's role as the orthodox striker and Daniel Sturridge as arguably Liverpool's best player, and even Wijnaldum as he likes to break forward from midfield, there are goals in abundance in this team. Number 2. Failure to prepare is preparing for failure. For the 3rd time in 5 years, Arsenal have lost the beginning game of the season, and all blame lies squarely at the feet of Arsene Wenger. Why are the Gunners the only team in the league to be crippled by the Euros? I can understand not playing Ozil and Giroud because Germany and France went very far, but Shaqiri played yesterday for Stoke. Why didn't Xhaka start? England and Switzerland went out at the same stage, the last 16. So why did Lallana, Klein and Henderson start for Liverpool, but Xhaka didn't? At 34 million, you'd assume he'd be an integral player. And if he isn't, why has a midfielder been signed ahead of a centre-back or a striker? As if that's bad enough, Arsenal came into this game with no experienced centre-back. Unacceptable. Regardless of injuries, a centre-back should have been signed. Mertesacker isn't up to the task, and Gabriel is nothing special. However, once the injuries did happen, Koscielny should have been recalled. You do not face a side like Liverpool unprepared. I don't care about the circumstances. When you concede 4 goals at home, you know you're in trouble, and the fact Wenger's neglect contributed to this is a sackable offence. #Wenger out. Number 3. Do Liverpool really need Daniel Sturridge? Okay, here's my controversial point for today. For the umpteenth time, Sturridge was unavailable, but unlike the past, his presence wasn't missed versus Arsenal. That's because Mane provided runs in behind that Sturridge normally does. Also, whilst Origi's all-round game isn't as sharp as Sturridge's, he proved at the back end of last season he's just as capable of replacing him and scoring the goals. Don't get me wrong, a fully fit Sturridge walks into this team, but there's more chance of Donald Trump being invited into Mexico than Sturridge staying fit. Not only that, but if you've been watching very carefully, Sturridge's pace has gone. With the way he drops into midfield, he plays like Firmino. And I'd rather the fit Firmino than an injured Firmino. Don't play dumb, you know what I mean. Number 4. Arsenal's stale attack needs Lacazette. The Gunners may have scored 3 goals, but the first was a gift from... I'm sorry, I refuse to say this guy's name in case his idiocy is contagious. But let's just say I'm talking about Liverpool's left back. The second goal was the only well-taken one, and even that came from an error from Klein, Mignolet, and then a deflection. The third was another set piece conceded by Liverpool. Honestly, at this stage, I think it's easier to steal candy from a baby. Sanchez huffed and puffed, but ultimately looked lost, and Walcott flattered to deceive. Meanwhile, in France, Lacazette just scored another hat-trick. I made a video on Lacazette detailing what he's all about, so you Arsenal fans, make sure you check that out. It's really important you do. Number 5. Liverpool's midfield is yet again a cause for concern. It wasn't all positive for Liverpool. Throughout the first half and towards the end of the game, the midfield lost its shape due to its lack of composure and ability to hold on to the ball. This was best evidenced by Lallana, where Coquelin tackled him and it led to Walker's opener. For the umpteenth year, a transfer window has seemingly passed and there's no hardcore defensive midfielder or deep line playmaker. I will concede Wijnaldum's ability to effectively contribute in the final third will be a valuable asset, however. He drives from box to box well and was heavily involved in the second and third goal. I've done a transfer analysis on Wijnaldum, so please also give that a watch. So, those are the top 5 things I learned from this match. Would love to know your overall thoughts on the game and where that leaves the two sides in terms of the league and the transfer market. Let me know in the comment section and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, as well as follow me on these social media channels. Until next time, take care.